Good morning students, welcome back in our science online class. Today we are going to start our new chapter. This is the chapter number 13. And do you know what is the name of this chapter? Yes, correct. Saving our resources. What is the name of the chapter? Saving our resources. So in this chapter, what you are going to learn, student? So after this chapter, you are going to learn about the natural resources, different types of natural resources like air, water, soil, forest, fuels, and minerals. So these are the different kinds of natural resources that you are going to learn in this chapter, students. So first, I would like to ask one question to you, students. Do you know the natural resources means what? Actually, which resource or which things we get from the nature, like air, water. Can we make water? No. So air, water, soil, forest, fuels, these all are the natural resources that we get naturally. This one, students. So nature is a beautiful gift of God. Nature is a beautiful gift of God to a mankind. See, everything we got. This one is everything, whatever the surrounding is there, whatever the environment is there. So that is the one gift given by us. Yes or no? So that all these natural resources or all these natural sources are given by God to us as a beautiful gift. Because without these sources, our life is incomplete or impossible. Can we live without water? Can we live without food? Of course not. Can we live without air? No. So all these questions answers are no, because we all are living beings, plants, animals, yes or no? And all these living beings require air, water, and shelters. Yes or no? So these are our basic needs. Without these we cannot survive. So most important, that is the water and air. So whatever these natural resources are there, so you can underline in your textbook, students: air, water, soil, forest, fuels, and minerals. These are the natural resources, and these natural resources we have to use judiciously, with a good judgment. Judiciously. Can you see it? Judiciously. So these natural resources we have to use with a good judgment, with a good sense. Judiciously means with good judgment or sense. As we are using these resources at a very fast. See, day by day, the number of people are increasing, as you know. Yes or no? Day by day, the number of people increasing. And increasing population demand more and more food, shelter. Yes or no? So for the construction of their buildings, houses, factories, people cut too many trees and the land become open. Yes or no? Means we are responsible for destroying our environment. We are responsible. We pollute our environment as we use the vehicles, as we manufacture the different kinds of chemical companies, factories. Yes or no? So we need to conserve these all the resources which are very important for us, not only for us, for all living beings, especially animals, plants and human beings. So we are going to learn this thing only throughout the chapter. Saving our resources. How we can save our resources which are very important for our life. So one more thing, these resources, whatever these resources are like air, water, plants, so no, these resources are non-renewable resources. Non-renewable means we cannot get again. These resources are going to exhaust, going to finish. Okay, so we should use very judiciously. So now today we are going to learn first thing or first component of our natural resources, which is very important, as you know, and that is the air. Do you know, students, air? Air means, you know, students, air? Yeah. Without water we can stay for some days. Yes, without food we can stay for few days. But without air, can we survive for few seconds? Without air, can we survive? Is it possible to survive? Of course not. We cannot survive without air for a long time. Without air, we cannot survive for 40 seconds or, see, after 40 seconds only you see, we feel uncomfortable. Just imagine. We feel uncomfortable without air. So it is not possible to survive without air. So air is very necessary, essential part of our life. So the life exists on earth. Whatever the living things are there, living beings are there, that all living things, living beings exist on the earth only because of the air. Because air consists of oxygen gas, or air contains oxygen gas, which is also called life gas. Without that oxygen, we cannot survive. As we know, we breathe oxygen. Yes or no? We take inside our body, that gas is called the oxygen gas. So when we inhale the air, so our body utilizes only oxygen, and during the exhalation of air, exhalation means which air we give out. So that exhaled air consists more carbon dioxide. So air is very important part of our life. Okay, without air we cannot survive for a long time. Second thing, the plants, animals, that all require the air. For example, plants require carbon dioxide which is present in air. With the help of carbon dioxide, plants make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. So plants also require air. Okay. Now this year, day by day, the number of people are increasing, and due to that, the air is becoming polluted. Actually, how the people are responsible to become air polluted? Actually, number of people are buying the number of vehicles. Yes or no? And are responsible to pollute the air. Means that is called the air pollution. The contamination of air. Yes or no? The contamination of air. That is called the air pollution. So contamination is how? So different gases are mixing in the air and that gases are making air impure. Like nitrogen monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, these gases, carbon dioxide gases, these gases are continuously mixing in the air by burning of fuel. For example, petrol, diesel. This fuel burn in vehicle and the smoke come outside as black color smoke which pollute the air. And due to this air pollution, we are facing so many problems. So can you see here the pollution from vehicle? Can you see here the gas coming outside, the white color or black color gas coming outside of these vehicle means due to the burning of petrol and diesel, this gas is coming out. That is called, and this gas is responsible to pollute the air. So vehicles are responsible. And who is using vehicles? Human beings. So we all are responsible for air pollution. Second thing, the effect of air pollution. You know, so many effects are there of air pollution. First effect of air pollution, you see, due to the air pollution, our eyes becomes red. That is called irritation of eyes. You know, so if you pass more time in the traffic, suddenly you see your eyes becomes red. Your headache will be there. Then especially the one more effect, that is the due to the woman having a problem in breathing, and that is called the asthma. Do you know asthma? Dama? Yeah, this patient, asthmatic patient. Okay. So you can see here. Just 1 minute. Problems like asthma is a major problem nowadays faced not only by adults but children also. So this is the common nowadays, asthma problem. Okay, nowadays this problem is common. Sometimes you can see in small children also this type of problem, breathing problem. Okay, this breathing problem is called as asthma, and this asthma is more common, and this is called due to the air pollution also. Now, what we can do to reduce the air pollution? Sometimes, so this air pollution is good or bad? Then bad. So how we can overcome from this problem, or how we can reduce this problem? How we can decrease the air pollution? So first thing that we should check of our vehicles on regular basis. Whatever the vehicles are there, 2-wheeler, 4-wheeler, that vehicles we should check on the regular basis. Whatever the things are there damaging, that we should replace. So our vehicles will not produce more smoke and which cannot pollute the air. Second thing, instead of own vehicle, we should use the bus, which can take at a time the more than 30-40 passengers. So that way also we can reduce the air pollution. Third one, we can use a hybrid car. Now what is meant by hybrid car, students? So hybrid car means using a hybrid car is another way to reduce the air pollution. A hybrid vehicle is a vehicle which uses 2 or more energy resources to power the engine of the car. Hybrid car means this is a combination of 2 or more sources of energy to generate the engine or to generate the power in engine of the car. So two kinds of engines